Hi, this is Jason from Horrific Nightmares, back to do my 31 Days of Horror in October, Day 20. Today, I'm going to do Frames of Fear. Okay, a lot of people are going to see this. Well, some people are going to see it and say, where can I get it? I kind of wanted to focus on that a little bit first. This is actually available through Sub Rosa Cinemas. The reason why I have a DVD... the reason why I have a DVD is because I actually met the people, and they were at my Monster Mania. So, if you can see, they're kind of light, but you can see some of the signatures here. Brad Twigg, who had something to do with it, I met him. I also wanted to, I just found out something that I wanted to tell you guys about. Last week I did a movie called Killer Campout, and thank you all you guys for watching it. I really appreciate it. If you are interested in getting a copy of this, this is going to be released through Wild Eye on their Raw and Extreme line. I just found that out, I believe it was like the day after I did the review. But, yeah, this is going to be released through Wild Eye's Raw and Extreme label. The reason why I have this DVD, and of course you see the signatures here, is because also these are films from Fuzzy Monkey. They were at my Monster Mania. I got to meet the director and some of the actors. This year, they were also there. I also got to meet one of the people from the company. And really nice people. You know, of course, low budget, independent horror, but that's where the future lies, in my opinion. So, you know, if you can, give them some support. Like I said, this is released through Sub Rosa Cinema. That's what we're going to be focusing on today. This is going to be released, it got announced through Wild Eye's Raw and Extreme label. Now, I'm also going to be doing Frames of Fear 2 tomorrow. This is another one that I bought from Fuzzy Monkey Films. And this is going to be released also through Wild Eye's Raw and Extreme label under Brutality. So I don't know if you guys want to write that down or if you're interested in getting a copy of it. So, but anyway, just wanted to throw that out there, some info for you guys, in case you're interested in picking up any of these titles. Okay, Frames of Fear is a 2016 film, which runs approximately 118 minutes. Now, this is a shot-on-video anthology. You know, guys, I love my anthologies. Shot-on-video is cool if it's done right. I'm kind of, you know, iffy on that sometimes, but we do have a lot to get through on this. I'm going to be breaking it down by stories and giving a rating, and then giving my overall rating on the film itself. Now, I'm not going to lie, this started out kind of rough for me. In the beginning, which this wasn't really the rough part, but Sean Cool Duder is in the very beginning, which it was pretty cool to see him acting kind of silly. It's pretty fun. Sean C. Phillips, I believe. That was pretty cool. It kind of lends itself to the wraparound a little bit. The very first story is called The Night Demon. A brief synopsis. A guy who wears a mask kidnaps young women, rapes them, and kind of tortures them. I'm just going to say the tables are turned, and it's pretty interesting. I'm going to give that one a 5. Some of the content I wasn't exactly thrilled on, and the filming style was kind of eh. I mean, it's all shot on video, but if you guys ever seen shot on video, some are better than others. Which brings us to our second story, which is Video Decay. Now, I could relate to this one. It was about two guys who, of course, are standing in line to get the new video game from the electronics store. The game is called Unholy Slaughter, I believe is what it's called. Let me look at my paper here. Unholy Slaughter is what it's called. And they're saying how their friend has already gotten the game. He pre-ordered it and it came in the mail or something like that. And the video game has some lethal results. And I'm going to leave it there. That one I gave a 5 to as well. It was okay. One of the things I wanted to point out is Fuzzy Monkey Films, of course, is partially filmed here in Baltimore with some of the people who have directed. And one of the guys had on a Baltimore Orioles shirt, which I thought was pretty cool. So, our next segment is called Housewarming. This was an interesting one. This was basically a couple people moved into a house. They were having a house party, and some bad stuff ensues. And I kind of can't go into any more than that, or else I'll be spoiling it. I did give this one a 6. It was pretty good. Like I said, the first ones were okay. Now we're going to start picking up steam. The next segment is called The Format of the Dead. This is where people like us horror fanatics, we're always looking for the hard-to-find videotapes and DVDs and stuff like that. And this one has kind of bad results. I kind of can't say anything more than that, but it's good. I gave that one an 8. I enjoyed it. I could relate to it. I think most horror fans can probably relate to that one. Now we have the cream of the crop. This one is called Russell Massacre. Now, a little bit about Fuzzy Monkey Films. When I saw them at Monster Mania this year, they did a feature film on Russell Massacre. Before, in the very beginning, it was just a short on an anthology, but they made it into a full-length feature film, which I bought from Fuzzy Monkey Films, and I'll be watching it probably sometime in November. This was incredibly funny. I loved it. It was just goofy for all the right reasons. Definitely a high recommendation. Even if you only get this to watch Russell Massacre, it's priceless. It really is. I gave Russell Massacre a 10. And I believe this one was directed by Brad Twigg, who directed Killer Campout, and I believe he directed the new film, Russell Massacre. And our final segment. Now, this has a bit of a discrepancy. The guy who is announcing all of the shorts says it was called Chester and Morty's Grim Return. Now, of course, at the very end, during the credits, it's just called Morty and Chester. But this one is about a dummy who, basically a sinister dummy, and I kind of can't go into it from there because I'll be giving away spoilers. You know, guys, anybody who's been watching my channel know I love my killer dolls, puppets, ventriloquist dummies, stuff like that. So I gave this one an 8. The acting is dreadful in this one, but it's kind of self-aware as well, and it's fun. So I definitely gave it an 8. Now, the last thing I wanted to get into was the wraparound. Now, Sean C. Phillips was part of the wraparound in the beginning, and I thought that was kind of fun. The wraparound and announcing of the first few stories kind of bored me a little bit, but it got better towards the end. It was just kind of funny towards the end. I ended up giving that a 6. Now for my overall rating on the film. Averaging them out and, replay value and everything like that, I did give this one a 7.5. And that is 7.5 smashed pumpkins. How do we get a half a pumpkin? Who knows? Anyway. But 7.5, I think that's more than fair. Other YouTubers who are involved in the 31 Days of Horror include You and Your Horror Movies, Last Venom 76, Jen's Reviews from the Grave, Lisa Loves, Dave Maggot, Random Horror, Horror Fan 34, ZombieVictim. Andrew's Crypt is doing 31 Days of Horror recommendations, which is cool. Retro Horror and Celluloid Terror doing the 100 movie challenge. Bronco Juggalo is doing 31 random videos. And 3 from the Grave, featuring Lisa Love's Strange Monkey and Movie Massacre. Awesome new series. Can't wait for the next episode. So, Frames of Fear, have you seen it? Are you interested in it? Definitely comment below and let me know. And always, if you like what you see in here, hit that like button. And until next time, peace.